How's it going, YouTube? This is Wi-Fi Memory here today. Today I'm going to bring you guys a battle up against Joey. Joey rocking out with his pretty cool looking Sun team. I gotta say, this is pretty cool looking. And yeah, great team, great looking team. And I'm excited. I'm excited for this. I want to get Custap, Barry, Golem going. Honestly, this looks like a matchup made in heaven. You minus the Rillaboom, you minus the Lilligant, we're in a good spot. Leading things off for us, I want the Roaring Moon. If he goes ahead and leads that Ninetales, we get a photosynthesis boost. We're in a good time. He can lead the Sneasler, and as we've seen in the last episode, after that fake out Unburden proc, he does outspeed Choice Scarf Roaring Moon. So that can become an issue if he decides to lead with that. We will see what we can do to maybe mitigate as much of that damage as possible if he does go with that route. Obviously, we'll have to wait and see what he does. But he does lead the Sandy Shocks, which makes things a lot easier for us because we can easily click that EQ button. Now, I'm predicting that he might be booster energy. Okay. Special attack. Now, he might stay in. He might very well might stay in. I'm also kind of predicting a switch out as well because he doesn't necessarily fully have to rely on the booster energy to get his boost. He can definitely use the sun as well. So he could switch into Rillaboom here just to try and stop an EQ coming. I think the safe play is to go for the U-turn. I think that's a pretty safe pivot. Probably expect like a Thunderbolt or something coming out, so we'll just have to see. Yeah, because I mean, we could easily just EQ there, and he did stay in, so that's actually kind of interesting. I could go into Golem here in this situation, knowing that if he does happen to go for Earth Power, we can live it on Sturdy, and then we have our Custap Berry. But he goes for Vote Switch. It's like we read a book or something, you know. There we go. We're in a good spot now. He's forced to switch out, or he wants to switch out. And I think we can definitely throw a Rock Slide his way. We could definitely go for EQ too, though. EQ's not bad here in his team synergy. So I'm just going for that random EQ and see what happens. He goes for Earth Power. I'm kind of glad we went for EQ here, because now we're living on Sturdy. And we get a EQ off, and Sandy Shocks goes down. Fantastic. That is exactly what I want. Now, let's wait and see who he decides to bring in. If that Pokemon has a potential priority move, which Glamour does not, we can pop off a huge explosion here. Do we need our Terra for anything? I mean, because I don't necessarily know if Explosion knocks out Glamour. That's the thing. I think we should be fine. Let's go for Terra Normal. No, we can go Custap Berry EQ here, and we'll outspeed. Yeah, no, we're fine. We can outspeed with the Custap Berry. And it's super effective, so we can go first in our priority bracket. And that's the power of Custap Berry. Giving us 2 KOs. Golem is a beast, boys. I'm telling you guys this right now. Golem just picked up 2 KOs in the OU tier. Why is no one using this? He's a great little pivot. I mean, he's got great typing. Sneasler's coming in here. Gonna try and pop off a fake out. I'm almost certain, right? Wish I was Terra Ghost for once. That would have been great. We can go into probably King Gambit, be decent. Slow King definitely wouldn't be that bad of an option. We can go Corviknight too. Is there any reason to save the Golem though? Because Golem's super slow. I mean, we're not going to outpace anything else on his team. And I mean, honestly, nothing else really can set up or anything. We're just going to have a hard time. Let's go for that EQs. Hopefully we can get it off, but I mean, I doubt it. This is just in case he's trying to set up with like Swords Dance or something, but we all know that he wants to go for that Unburdened, but Golem put in the work, boys. And we get to reveal too that you're Life Orb, which is not normal gem, so therefore you're not Unburdened, or your Unburdened's not been procced yet, so we can actually go into Roaring Moon here and pick you off. We can absolutely pick this off right here. We got an EQ. We can lock ourselves into it. This has been the battle for EQ. And honestly, why not? I could predict a switch. I really want to. I'm going to predict the switch here. Okay, our opponent does not switch. Our opponent does not switch. I'm keeping that mental. That's a mental check in my brain now. Okay, our opponent does not switch. I can go in Corviknight. Corviknight's fine here. Corviknight's absolutely fine. We'll go Corviknight. Close combat coming out. We should take... Well, I always do that. Sneasler, I've always underestimated Sneasler's power. That's a 2-shot on a Corviknight. That's big ouchie. That's a big ouchie. Anyway, I mean, this is fine. We sack Corviknight here. If we can get this Brave Bird off, fantastic. I always underestimate Sneasler, and I don't know why. But at least we got guaranteed chip on him, so that's fantastic. I can go into the Raging Boat and definitely finish this thing off with a Thunderclap. I have options now, though. I could go back into the Roaring Moon. We can go for that EQ or whatever. Take him out. The only reason that's stopping me from doing that is because he has the Rillaboom in the back, right? And I really don't want to be in a bad board position against a Rillaboom. So I'm trying to go any other route to try and KO him at this point, other than I'm thinking Raging Boat because I do have that priority. Sucks that I got Poison. I do have the Poison type that could easily have switched in there as well. But this way, this guarantees us that if he brings in the Rillaboom here, he does finally switch. We're not in the worst situation because obviously Raging Boat has a decent matchup here. Because what can Rillaboom really do to us? He can high horsepower, don't get me wrong. Is that an attack boost? Hold on, defense boost. Okay, Grassy Seed. Okay, that's not the most concerning thing. I could Terra into Fairy type as well to, you know, guarantee that I can get 2 hits off. Yep, we're fine though. We're fine. Terra Fairy and Dragapulse. And he's doubling out. Okay, that's interesting. He definitely was expecting this to switch, but now he's giving us a photosynthesis boost thanks to the Ninetales coming out. And Ninetales might not be taking this Dragapulse at all. Ninetales will not be taking this Dragapulse. Unless it's Focus Sash here. This Ninetales might just be going down. Thank you, buddy, for the boost. Sun is a hard team to build around because you got good mons that everyone wants to use, like Raging Boat here. He's on a lot of teams, and yet he's getting a Sun boost, and we did not pick up the KO. We did not pick that KO up. I figured we would have. Wow. Very interesting there. Either way. Poison is, we're actually able to maintain that poison though, like kind of handle it because of our the grassy terrain now and our leftovers is kind of keeping us alive here. I can easily just, I want to throw at least a Dragon Pulse out because it guarantees to hit everything. It's a pretty safe move as well. And I don't see Ninetales being able to do much. It's got store power, and it did absolutely no damage. Fantastic. Raging Boat's in. Raging Boat's about to do a bunch of damage. Raging Boat, they set our Raging Boat up. Our Raging Boat was set up. It was a little questionable about sending it in when I did, but I actually think it was the right call. As we see the situation kind of unfold, we got ourselves in a good spot. Lilligant coming out, and I honestly it may have a poison move. I'm not gonna lie, I don't 100% know. I'm expecting something like a poison jab or something though. I could go into King Gambit, but then we're risking close combat the next turn. Or if I go into like a slow king, we should be able to take anything that he goes for relatively well. Slow king is more of a special wall. Obviously, I'm assuming this Lilligant is a physical attacker, but you know, maybe I'm wrong. We'll see what Terry goes into. Grass. Okay. I mean, we can easily throw a Sludge Bomb at it. No problem. I'm expecting Solar Blade. Okay, yeah, that's exactly what I was expecting. How much damage is this thing? This is in grassy terrain too, so I mean, this is a lot of damage. This could be a lot. I mean, this could be bad. Slow King does not take that very well. My walls in this battle are not doing their job at all. In fact, they've both been kind of sack points. We've had to sack them. Yeah, we Thunder Wave him just in case we can get it off, but yeah, we're not getting that off. I mean, this is a big damage. This is a big hit right here. Solar Blade coming out. I believe it's basically the same base power as Solar Beam, just for a physical attack. It's crazy. It's crazy, especially when you pair it up with grassy terrain. Thank goodness it finally disappeared in a way. It was helping us out there until it wasn't. How many more turns of Sun? Because we go into King Gambit here. And I know you got close combat, and I know you're gonna try and go for it. Basically, how many more turns? One or so one more turn of Sun, unless it is Heat Rock, which will be revealed by the end of this turn. Well, yeah, we Sucker Punch anyway. This thing's frail, so now we can Thunderclap it. Ew, it's choice. It is a choice. That makes things so much easier. That makes things so much easier. It was hitting hard. I was almost kind of thinking in my bad. Look at that. Resisted a hit against a King Gambit. That's choice banded, boys. All day, every day. Yeah, it's Heat Rock. Obviously, we was expecting that. In fact, I'm almost debating on predicting a switch here. I am debating that because of it being choiced. You see how much damage it did. It didn't do that much damage. I'm going to go for Koto Cleave, and it's not choiced. I'm glad I went for Koto Cleave here. That is actually interesting. So you just don't have a fighting move, right? I mean, is that the case? I don't know. I figured you was choice and you was going to be switching out, but he ends up going for Victory Dance on me. And surprises me as I'll get up, but hey, King Gambit somehow comes out on this, which is amazing. That's what we want. That's what we want to see. King Gambit pulling through. At first we thought it was going to be a Raging Boat sweep. Now we're changing it to a King Gambit, a cleanup. And honestly, King Gambit probably does. The Rillaboom is still at full HP. I'm gonna just Sucker Punch here. Like, I know you're going to fake out. There's not much I can do. The thing is, your Life Orb, you're going to chip yourself down. And I know that you're going to want to go on the offensive. I can go Sucker Punch at any point and it should be fine. To pick up this KO here. Like, look how low he is. I mean, Sucker Punch obviously will take that out. So fantastic. Sneasler goes down. And now it's down to Rillaboom. I've seen Rillaboom come back from these though, boys. So, keep an eye out. I've seen Rillaboom come back from these. I don't want Rillaboom to come back. But Rillaboom's actually got a pretty decent moveset. It depends on what kind of Rillaboom it is too though. Is it choiced? Obviously it's not a terrain booster, which would be kind of cool on this team if that's what your plan is with Lilligan, Choice Bandit and all that. That would be kind of cool. Don't necessarily know what you're going to want to go for. I'm going to go for the... I should have went for Koto Cleave. I misclicked and hit Iron Head. But it didn't really matter as he did go for Fake Out. So we go for Koto Cleave here. And hey, we're getting more recovery from your grassy terrain and my leftovers than what you just did to me. Yeah, we go Koto Cleave, you go High Horsepower. And he's going to want to KO us. Or he has to, basically. But now we go for Sucker Punch here. And we should have this game unlocked. We should should be just a W. And if it somehow isn't, he's relying on a less accurate move. He could easily just miss it. But I think this is a good game though. Joey, you did play an excellent game. It came down to the wire. And I really enjoyed it. Actually, it was a 3-0 victory on my behalf, but it really could have went either way. I so happened got the advantage. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys did enjoy today's battle. Let me know in the comment section down below on what you guys think about Golem with that Custap Berry. I think it's really good. I mean, he was able to pick up 2 KOs, which kind of gave us an advantage there at the end of the game, or at the beginning of the game. So pretty cool mod. Love it if you guys check him out. I will get the rental code in the next video of when I'm using this Golem team. And until then, guys, I hope you guys have a good week. And this is Wi-Fi Merriman signing out. Peace.